Hey YouTube, Matthew Decker, Leverage Wealth Management. Hope that you're doing well. I run cash value life insurance reviews here on YouTube, and I'm excited today to roll out a new series on Index Universal Life Insurance for Dummies. It's an 8-part series where every video is 7 minutes or less, specifically targeting a topic around Index Universal Life Insurance, and I hope that you enjoy. All right, so let's be honest. There's one main reason that most of you would even possibly consider investing in cash value life insurance, and it's because cash value life insurance has been touted as totally tax-free, right? I mean, that's why you're considering it, the tax benefits, which is absolutely true. So let's talk about why you should consider life insurance from a tax standpoint. But in order to do that, we have to kind of peel back the curtain and look at the other types of accounts that are also going to be tax-free. So I've got them listed here. All your Roth accounts, so Roth 401ks and Roth IRAs, all of those Roth accounts are going to be totally tax-free. However, there are going to be some limitations with all of your Roth accounts. Okay, so the first limitation is going to be you're probably going to be subject to market risk. And let me say that maybe a different way. Instead of saying market risk is a limitation, what I really want to communicate is if you're considering investing in a Roth account, you should probably be taking as much risk as possible. And the reason that you should be taking as much risk as possible inside your Roth accounts are going to be because there are premium or contribution limits. So you're not going to be able to put an unlimited amount of money in your Roth accounts. And so just for kind of a thought experiment here for a second, let's assume that you have your Roth IRA and you have your 401k, because that makes it easier to have the conversation. Your Roth IRA has a contribution limit. Let's just call it $6,000. It indexes with inflation and it changes, but let's just say it's $6,000 is the most that you can put into your Roth IRA. Then you have your 401k at work and you can put in up to let's just call it $17,000. Okay. So $6,000, $17,000. You're funding your 401k account, but maybe not to the max, right? Maybe you're not putting all 17,000, but you're definitely maxing out your Roth at 6,000. The reason I say that you should be taking as much risk as possible in your Roth is because you don't have to take as much risk as possible inside your 401k. Since the Roth has all of the tax-free growth, you want all of your home run hitting investments to be in the vehicle that's going to give you the best tax favorable treatment later on down the road. So a great example of that would be if you want to invest in Tesla because you think Tesla is going to go to the moon. Okay, great. You should do that in your Roth because if Tesla does go to the moon, you definitely want all of those gains to come out tax-free. You don't want all those gains to come out tax-deferred or taxable. So the better way to say it would be if you have bonds in your Roth account, you got it all backwards. You shouldn't have low risk investments in your Roth because you only have a certain amount of money that can go into the Roth account. And since it's giving you tax breaks, you want your highest performing assets to be in that Roth account, which means you're going to be taking market risk, which makes it not a great income vehicle. The Roth is not going to be liquid. You can get out what you put in, but you can't take out your gains until 59.5. So that's the first type of tax-free account. You should absolutely take advantage of a Roth 401k if you have one. That's some free advice, and we encourage everybody to do that. The second type of tax-free account is going to be municipal bonds. We've already discussed a little bit about municipal bonds. Essentially, it's a bond that invests in some kind of local government. Those have pretty low interest rates, pretty low yields. We showed that chart earlier, about a 3% average for AAA rated muni bonds, which that's not going to keep up with inflation. And I should also add, the income from the bonds is tax-free, but if you ever sell the bond, that is not tax-free. So only the income is tax-free. The sale of the bond is not tax-free. It's not going to keep up with inflation. You are exposing yourself to kind of the health of the municipality that you're investing in and their default risk. It's typically pretty low. It's not something to be super concerned about, but you just got to know what it is. It's a municipal bond. You're investing in some kind of municipality. You want to make sure that they have a solid financial rating. So that's muni bonds. We don't see much talk about municipal bonds right now just because of where rates are today. And if they spike up, maybe they become more viable. But as of right now, you're not even in keep pace with inflation by a long shot. The last type of tax-free account, there's only three: your Roth accounts, municipal bonds. The third one is why you're all here: cash value life insurance. So cash value life insurance is very similar to the Roth account in terms of the tax treatment, right? The money goes in, it's after-tax dollars that go in. All the growth is tax-free. The income can be tax-free. The death benefit can be tax-free. And that's cash value life insurance. The major difference between cash value life insurance and the Roth account is you have the ability to make unlimited contributions. You can put in as much as you want. There's also no income cap. So in the Roth account, if you make too much money, you don't get to participate in contributing to a Roth IRA. You would have to, at that point, do Roth conversions. But there's no income cap on life insurance. There's also no market risk. So you don't have to worry about, if you have all this money in this Roth account, it should be exposed to a lot of risk, which is great when you're in your accumulation years. It's not so great if you're in your income years, when you need to use that money for income. Life insurance doesn't have that problem. There is no market risk in life insurance. Again, zero is your hero. And there's no pre-59.5 penalties. So you have access to your money, your cash surrender value, whenever you need it, without penalty. And you can dip into that as soon as, a couple years into the policy. So if you're somebody who wants to retire early, man, cash value life insurance, from a tax standpoint, from a liquidity standpoint, from an unlimited contribution standpoint, that's something to strongly consider. There's no default risk. The reason there's no default risk is because all these companies kind of work together. If one of them goes under, all the others have to buy that company out and service the contracts that they've sold, because these are guarantees. And you don't get that in really any other type of investment outside of maybe annuities, which is the same idea. These products can actually outpace inflation, whereas municipal bonds really don't have a shot to outpace inflation. A good, properly structured cash value life insurance policy certainly can. And then again, the income, the growth, and the death benefit are all tax-free. So why should you consider life insurance? Well, if you're a high income earner who's already taking market risk in other areas, this is a phenomenal way to get income that's tax-free, death benefit that's tax-free, in a self-completing policy where you don't have to take market risk, and you can put in as much or as little as you want, regardless of how much money you make. And that's one of the main reasons you should probably consider cash value life insurance.